Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geoguessr. We are doing a coastal world today. It is a map by Mapper. And I have no idea where the fuck we are. Sun's to our south, so we gotta be in the north. But with the blue of the water, it's very fucking blue. And you typically only get that in really tropical areas. So I'm thinking we gotta be between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees north of the equator and 23.5 degrees south of the equator. Doesn't really help us. We do have most of South America. We also have a lot of Central America, Africa, and I guess we do have Southeast Asia in the South Pacific. But this doesn't feel very South Pacific-like, so we could pretty much forget that. We're going to need to find a good look for... we need language, a flag. Flag is probably not going to be our friend this time around. We do have water to our south. I don't really see anything that could be an island. I mean, this entire thing could be an island. Based on the vehicle, we don't really see any roof racks. We do see parts of the car, but that could just be bad blurring. The style of housing, not really what I would call American. So we could forget pretty much Florida. That looks like a language. I can't really make it out. It's too small, too blurry. But there's a flag right there, and I can assure you I've never seen that flag before in my life. Are you really surprised? I'm not. I think we could probably get away with guessing... You know what? Now that we're going this way, this feels a little Eastern European. And feels like it probably could be... Well, there's Cyrillic. What flag is that? Is that the Bulgarian? No. Bulgaria. You know what? It probably is Bulgaria. It's not Greece. It's not Albania. It's not Montenegro. I forget what flag that is. It's not Romania. You know what? It could be Romania. It could be up here. Is that the Romanian flag? But Romania doesn't really use the Cyrillic language. And that's pretty Cyrillic right there. I think if we're going to be anywhere, it's going to be up here. Over by the mussel farm. That was not how I expected the day to start. Not a bad guess. Ends up being... Is this Russia? Even before the Russians took back Crimea, this would have been part of Russia. That is definitely interesting. I thought based on the color of the water, we had to be in a more temperate zone. Clearly I'm wrong, and I don't know water very well. But Crimea doesn't have official coverage, so it's interesting that just over the old border to Russia, they did. I don't think I would have ever guessed Russia there, to be honest. Well, there's all the Nordic flags. So we got Finland, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, and... What one did I miss? Finland? No, I said Finland. Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland. Boom. And it doesn't help that on the other side, we got all the other flags. Where the fuck are we? So the fact that these five are here means this is probably closer to the region. The fact that all the flags are here doesn't really help us. There's a first look at language. Class 1. So this is obviously a port. We're going to be on the coast. We need to find a singular flag. We can't rely on all the flags lined up, because that doesn't make any sense. These boats are Swedish flags. Are there any other boats that have a different flag? There's an independent singular Swedish flag. I think that is enough for us to guess which would be the western coast of Sweden. Let's find a big port area down here. That looks like it's a big port. Ystad has a big port. We gotta be the west coast. There could always be something coming down, like this. Anything big over here, over by Gothenburg? Kind of. And it does look like there's stuff out there, which is to our west. Could be this. What about down here? Where I originally guessed. Could be Denmark. I think Gothenburg might be, well, Gothenburg might be a better guess. Alright. Well, I'm glad we were able to find the Swedish flag. Now the issue comes, can we get into town? Looks like we can. And can we find something that says, hey, welcome to Jinnert? I don't know if that's the name of the city. Probably isn't. Here we go. Geoguessr Skaldjur. Can we find Skaldjur? It's got to be, again, on the coast. Hopefully we can find it. We don't have that much time. Gutska. Stadver. Bua. Kronis. Galtabak. Glomen. Yeah, we're not lucky. We have a name. Definitely looks like it's the name of a town or city on the coast. But we are unable to find it. Which, let's be real, you guys totally saw that coming the second I started looking for a town. Ends up being a lot further to our south, over by Helsingborg. So not the name we were looking for. And it ends up being Denmark, which is across from us. I gotta be honest. I figured if we had that many flags at the port, it was going to be a lot bigger than what appears to be a ferry route. I figured it had to be a major port city on the western coast, and I just didn't consider these two major port cities. And you know what? It bit us in the fucking ass because we didn't get a lot of points. We ended up almost 120 miles away. It's a bad fucking guess. I do see a phone number in front of us. Rounded characters, so we're probably in Korea. Here's Jeju. That's a fucking island south of Korea. South of South Korea. Jeju. Water is to our south. Is that a little island? That is a little island. So it's either that island, but it's got to be the south coast. So we can ignore the northern coast. We're either down here. Are there any other fucking stupid little islands? There's this island, which, let's be real, that looks like it's two islands, doesn't it? Maybe? Two. Come on, why do they have to be two islands? There's a bunch of little tiny islands that shouldn't fucking exist. And you know what? I know the theme of yesterday's Twitch stream was that islands don't exist. Come on. So we're either over here, looking south to those two islands, or we're over here looking south to these two islands, or over here looking south to these two islands, or over here looking south to what could be a few islands. We know we're on Jeju. That is... Ooh. There are more islands over there. So this over here. This might be the play. Guess right here, and then we can see these two islands off in the distance. Makes sense. And then we're looking south at this island right here. I would put us maybe a little bit... Where's the port? There's the Rocky Out Cave. That's going to be to our east. So we're like... here-ish. Can we find anything else before we commit to that? Maybe we could find some street signs. Beop Hawa Ro. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? We went east for that. How far east did we go? That isn't returning to start. It is. So we're one click, kind of north of that. So we're like right here. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know how we managed to get such a nice score on that, to be honest. But I'm glad we were able to recognize Jeju, recognize where Jeju was, and be able to use islands that don't exist to our advantage to get a perfect fucking location. I don't care what you guys say, that's pretty impressive. Ante, that looks like a dollar sign, but it could be wrong. It's a little shitty. Kind of, it's definitely not in English, I can tell you that much. Was that a tsunami warning? No, that is a beach sign. That is definitely a tsunami warning, which, if you guys remember from all of my terrible guesses, if it's a tsunami warning, we're on the fucking West Coast. We gotta be in the Pacific for that. Technically, you don't have to be. But the Ring of Fire, which is the volcanic ring that causes a bunch of volcanoes and earthquakes to happen in the Pacific Ocean, that causes a lot of fucking underwater earthquakes. And you know what happens when you have an underwater earthquake? You get a fucking tsunami. That doesn't really happen in the Atlantic. Granted, it can. It very well can. But it doesn't happen very often. Here's the issue. I hate this quality of camera. This is a little nicer. I feel like we've been here before. I think we have been here before. It feels familiar, but not enough for me to know where we are. Maybe in Chile, maybe in Argentina. That says something. There's a flag of Argentina and Mexico or Italy. It's tough to tell what color that red is. But the Argentinian flag, I think we actually knew this because I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Where is the water? The water is... Start. To that way. It's probably down here. Somewhere down here. It's got to be the fire. Fuck. Water's to our south and to our west. Argentina doesn't really have a lot of water to your south and to your west. But probably enough. God damn it. There's not even a fucking border here. Because Argentina doesn't border the coast on its west, on its western border. So it's gotta be somewhere fucking stupid. I don't think we're that far down. I think we're probably a little bit closer up here. God damn it. But we saw the Argentinian flag. Granted, that's probably not what we should be using. Because that's the flag of Chile. So we gotta be close. We gotta be, I'm thinking down here for sure. Nope. Well, I was wrong. Ends up being Bahia Iglesia, which western coast, tsunami warning in the Pacific, makes sense. But with the Argentinian flag, I figured, and the way it kind of felt, I figured we were going to be down here in the peninsula of fire, and we're fucked. Northern Hemisphere kind of feels, I want to say Irish. Mainly because of the giant cliff I see off in the distance. That's it. It doesn't feel green enough to be Irish, though, so we could probably forget that. White license plates in the back. Doesn't feel like the EU plates. Kind of feels like the United States, then. This could be the United States. This could be the Western Highway. Especially with the way people are driving. We got horses out here. Now, horses are not native to the United States, but there's a lot of them because of... Columbus? No, Columbus didn't bring horses. Was it Cortez that brought the horses? Somebody brought horses, alright, in like the 1500s. That's why the United States has horses. We do have a wind farm in front of us. I know we have a lot of these out in the Midwest. The fact that there's water to our west means it's probably the Pacific Highway. Doesn't feel very Alaskan. Maybe we can get away with California. Doesn't feel wet enough to be Oregon or Washington State. I'm thinking this is probably going to have to be California. If we guess California, I want to guess near the Baja Peninsula. In the United States, though, 15 miles per hour in English, West Coast. I think that just confirmed for sure United States. Doesn't feel anywhere else but maybe California. Maybe. And if we're going to guess, it's got to be like right over here, man. Now, granted, we didn't see any islands when we were looking out into the water. I might have missed them. That's definitely something that happens probably more often than not, where I just miss a clue that was clear as fucking day. You know what also? It doesn't help, but Grand Theft Auto 5, which is supposed to represent outside of Los Angeles, right? In their desert area, have a wind farm. Maybe this is what that's modeled after, which means maybe where we are is a good place to guess. Pirate Tower, can we find something? You know what? It's probably like over here. Can we find... Fuck. I don't even know if a wind farm like that would be labeled on a map. I don't think they typically label infrastructure. So, like, if you have a power plant, I don't think it's going to be labeled. And you can use whatever reason or excuse you think that's the case, but I don't think it's important. Maybe I'm wrong. There's some satellite dishes. Ends up being Hawaii. I really didn't see that one coming. So it looks like you guys had the same general idea that I did. The western coast of California. That really didn't feel Hawaiian. Granted, what do I know? Not much. No, but that means you guys are going to win this one. If we would have gone Hawaii there, I think we would have walked away victorious. Granted, we had a terrible Chile guess. I recognize the Chile flag and I recognize the Argentina flag. Those are two, like, real big steps for us. But it wasn't enough to pull out a victory. Everything else, besides Russia, because they can go fuck themselves, was actually pretty good. We could have gotten better Sweden guess. Korea, we were 9 meters away. There's not much better than that. Hawaii guess, we would have been fine. Chile guess, a little bit more north, we would have been fine. We really had it there, and Hawaii took it away from us. You know what? Let's stick with the theme, guys. Hawaii doesn't fucking exist. We only have 49 states. Fuck it. But that is going to be where we call it. Let's actually, before we do that, check the full results. So Benedict Schweiker, good game, man. And then LCJ29, going with Australia instead of Hawaii, which I feel like this to that is a little bit closer. But you only got 18 points. Whatever. It happens. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But that is now where we're going to call it. So thank you all so much for being here. I do hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Same time, 4 p.m. Have a good rest of your day. And bye-bye.